Yo, what's up? It's J2O, man. You already know we out here for another weekly Forex forecast for July 5th all the way to July 10th. So we're going to do like we do. We're going to start off again the Forex Factory. So as you can see, today Sunday, not too much going on with AUD pairs, New Zealand. Then we got Monday. On Monday, we got news during New York session. We got the ISM non-manufactured PMI. So expect to see some movements around that time during New York session. Also at nighttime, during Asian session, should see news for the Australian dollar. There should be a lot of high impact with the cash rate and RBA rate statements. So Monday should be some volatility throughout New York and Asian session around those times. And then we got Tuesday. And Tuesday, not too much going on. Very low impact news events. So Tuesday, the market should be pretty smooth. And then you got Wednesday, where it's a little moderate, but nothing too crazy going on in the market. And then we got Thursday. Again, Thursday should be like a nice chill day in the market, nothing too crazy. Yeah, we have unemployment claims coming out for the U.S. It should be interesting to see the numbers. And then we got Friday, where it's going to be a lot of high impact news for the Canadian dollar during New York session. So expect to see a lot of volatility during New York session, especially with the Canadian dollar. And now let's look at the charts. Let's look at GBP USD. So let's go to the daily chart. Right now, there's so much lines because this chart been marked up a lot. So as you can see, last week, this pair pretty much ending an uptrend. So for this week, we have the option of potentially, continuing up and testing this area, or breaking and coming back down to this area. So if the market breaks this area, we can see it could continue to go up and it could come back to retest, or it could just break down and come back down. So that's one option. Or there could be the option of the market just playing around and coming back down, then come back up, and come back down. And it's on a daily chart for GBP USD. And then for Euro New Zealand dollar. So this is a 4-hour chart. So right now, this will look a strong area of support that's kind of like, looks like it's been broken and closed below this area. So we go to the daily chart. For those of you guys who trade this pair, we can see the market continuation, potentially for a downtrend still for this week. Or if it decides to like play around this area, it could come back up, test down, and go back down. But overall, I see the market going for a downtrend. I see it testing this area. Whether it goes up and then comes back down and breaks down, I do see testing down the 619715 area for this week coming up. And let's go to AUD USD. So this pair has been on uptrend this past last week. So we go to the daily chart. We had the option of seeing this pair potentially breaking above this red line to test this area over here. So it could break up to test this area and then come back down and then come down for a downtrend. Or it could reject off this area, retest, and come back down for a downtrend so it gets down to this area. So there's some options depending on how the market moves in terms of the support areas. And now we'll look at US 30, the Dow Jones. So for the Dow Jones on this 4-hour chart, you can see it's been going up and down, up and down. But let's go to the daily and see how the market's looking on a daily basis. So it's kind of a little choppy the past few days. But what I do see for the Dow is it to potentially test this area and come back down to this area. If it breaks this area here, it should retest and then go back down. But it all depends on how the market is doing with the whole unemployment, because of the whole corona affects the Dow. Or we see it potentially coming up here, breaking here, and then creating a new high. If it breaks here, it'll create a new high, maybe come down to retest and continue to shoot back up. That's if it breaks this area over here on the daily. But right now, I potentially see it potentially coming up just to come back down. And now let's look at gold. So gold, let's go to the daily chart. So gold was pretty kind of choppy last week, still on an uptrend. So for gold this week, depending on how news affects the market, we could see a break. Either it's going to break to the upside still, or it's going to break down this area and either go back up or break down to this area, goes back down, and start to downtrend. But lately, gold is on an uptrend, so we'll see more of a continuation to the upside. And now look at GBP JPY. So let's go to the 4-hour chart. So we got this pair. It's going to break and go to the upside, it seems like. And if it tests this area, it'll probably come back down. Or we can see it reject this area and then play around, come back down to test this area. And if it breaks this area here, it'll go down to this area. So pay attention to this area. If the price goes to this area, and what it does, if it breaks this area, obviously go up to this area. And if it breaks this area, it'll just go up higher. But me personally, I see it probably coming back down to this area. And if it breaks the area, it'll come down lower. So that's what I see. And that's pretty much my analysis for the week in this market. Definitely comment and let me know what you think. Like, comment, share, and you already know we out here.